All right. Hello, everyone. My name is pbb8. I'm playing a game called Garden Trills. This is a little game about a bird who does a little bit of gardening as well. We won't do a lot of gardening in this. We'll unfortunately skip a lot of that. But it's a cute little game that I found to be super fun. I learned this game on a different marathon, or for a different marathon called Speedrunning, which actually is DJ Fatso is in chat right now. So shout out to that. But yeah, so basically game starts, time starts on choosing a new save file here. So we can kind of just get started. There'll be a lot to kind of explain, but you know, we'll just kind of have a good time. Nice and cozy, chill, kind of 3D platformer adventure game. So we can start time here in 3, 2, 1, time. Okay, so right there, I'm holding down X basically, but any sort of button, if you hold down that button and then come out of like a pause menu or start the game, it will just start smashing whatever that button was. So you saw me just kind of chirp a ton of times there, but I was basically just kind of skipping through that cutscene just a little bit quicker. It's not too much here. So basically the premise of this game, I am Tommy. I'm a little bird who traveled with my parents to a new neighborhood. So we just moved in, and we are going around and giving some little care packages to the 3 neighbors around here. So kind of a little quest sort of adventure-y sort of game here. I missed the thing here. I'm going to do a little bit of fast traveling here as well. We use this quite a lot to kind of traverse around the map a little bit quicker, but I'm basically just going to be doing a bunch of quests, kind of going around, helping people out here. So first off, we're going to learn how to plant some seeds. This is a gardening game as well, so I only planted 1. Let's see. We need 4, so I'm going to plant a second one, 2 kind of next to each other here, and then this 4th one here. Doesn't matter too much. I'm just going to want to water them kind of all in a bit of a clump. I can... Oh, hello? I usually make enough room for this one. We made it. There we go. That'll be fine. Plant 4 seeds here. Go back and talk to my mom to complete that quest. And then, of course, we're going to go and water them. So, unfortunately, the hose isn't working, which is a huge problem for a lot of gardening here. So we're just going to use the watering hose, or a little watering can here. But that will be, unfortunately, now something that we have to go fix. Mom takes a second here to fly over. There we go. We'll chat with Mom. Finish up that quest. We just had to do a little manual watering, and we'll go and now finish up. I saved this for kind of a specific routing purpose. This last one here, because you'll kind of see me. I will, as I talk to this neighbor here. Oh, there we go. I'll talk about stamina in a little bit here too, but I'm gonna talk to the neighbor. I'm gonna open the map, teleport during the cutscene to just more quickly get over to this spot here to finish the quest with my dad. So you'll also see, yeah, there's a lot, there's kind of the stamina bar that's right next to me too. The fastest way to move in this is to just hold it and like drain it as much as possible and just like fly straight. However, if you run out of stamina, you'll fall all the way back to the ground. I'll show you actually right here. You'll fall all the way back to the ground, and you won't be able to fly again until the red bar comes back up. So what you try to do is kind of hold the fly. Oops, that'll be another one there. You'll hold the fly button, and right before it gets to the last little bit, you'll drop down, and then if you touch the ground, then you'll be able to refill it, and you can kind of just start jumping or flying again too. So a little bit of stamina management in this game. It will come in handy a little bit later on. So this is kind of the first little glitch of the game. I'm purposely standing still there for about a second or so. This is called respawn storage. So basically when you stand still, let me just quickly do this here before I mess it up, and I'll explain it here. It's a little bit finicky. So basically what happens there is if you stand still for about a second, and then if you don't stand still any longer, if you go go grab an item, go do a quest or something, and then if you just drop off the map and die, you'll just respawn back at that point. So I purposely stood myself onto the bench there, and then I grabbed the quest item, and then just kind of traveled right back to the bench. Saves a little bit of time on that one. I think we do respawn storage like 3 more times. That will save a ton more. But it basically prevents us from having to do like little puzzles to plant certain flowers to get up higher and whatnot. We just kind of skip all of that. So it's a very, very cool trick that we'll use a few times here to save a lot of time. We're also going to save a lot of time. Normally you have to open that umbrella by kind of unlocking a friend to help you. But if you just kind of drop off the edge of the map, oops, let me see here, and kind of fly without dying. There we go. We unlocked the next area and we can just fast travel to it. So we completely skip an entire section, an entire like quest line with that, which is really nice. Oops, see, stamina management is hard. If you run out of stamina, you are not feeling good. So we're gonna make it right up to here. I'm gonna fly up to this side, kind of do a little bit of a skip here. I've got to grab 2 dead plant seeds. If plants are dead, you can go and grab the seed from it. So I'll grab both of these snapdragons, which I'll show you in a second why we'll need them. I'm gonna fly up here and do another respawn storage. So I'm gonna stand right in this corner. You have to be right in that corner for this one to work particularly. So I'm going to then oopsies, what's going on? There we go. Oh, I already have it open. Okay, I'm gonna plant my first snapdragon here. I'm making sure that I'm not landing on the ground. Planting doesn't count for whatever reason, thankfully, so that doesn't override it. But then I'll jump off here, respawn with the snapdragon seed. It'll explode, and because there's like a tiny bit of the thorn peeking out underneath the fence, it just like removes the entire thorn here, and we have this area open. So now we completed the orange water hose connection, and we'll fly back home and go tell our mom how we did. So that's a really, really cool way of using the respawn storage, which I think is a super clever way that the main runner of this game and world record holder Kaishi figured out. So I'm going to plant the second snapdragon seed here, and then I'm going to go and water it over this way. I will chirp, chirp, chirp to have mom come and help me. Or, no, that's dad, I think. Dad, come and help me. Sorry, dad. I'm going to run out of stamina, so I'll just hop onto the ground there for a second. Water it, and then I'll grab this next snapdragon seed, and it's kind of same sort of thing. I'm just going to burn the thorn here, which will open up this little flower portal, and this will take us to the next area. So you'll see a lot of times I'm kind of heading to the mini map as well. There's a lot of fast travel points in this game. And you can kind of tell when they get unlocked. We're going to use that many times to kind of get around places where normally we shouldn't be able to, or at least not at that point in the game. So a lot of fast traveling will happen on this in this game as well here. So we're just going to do a little flying, pretty standard stuff. I think this is maybe part of the game. I don't remember. I played this game through casually, which is truly a fun experience. I would suggest it for anybody, even if you don't want to learn the speedrun of this game. It is a really cute, clever puzzle game, puzzle platformer. So we're gonna hop up to here, and then the same kind of thing. Normally we would have to, I think we have to unlock an umbrella to get back up to that area, but if I just stand right in this particular area and just walk off, it just unlocks the next area. So I can just fast travel to it, and here we are, skipping a ton of more time. So we're gonna rise up onto this, get up on this roof, and I'm gonna stand here, do another respawn storage to this point. So now I need to be very careful on not standing on the ground for too long. I'm going to grab that seed, which I will use at a later point, you'll see. And then I'm going to go do a little rescue mission. So you saw up at the top there, there's a guy standing there. He's lost his 3 baby birds. So they're spread out across the map. And you're kind of going to probably be able to tell why this respawn storage is so nice, because normally I'd have to fly this bird all the way up there. You see my stamina is like running out much quicker when I'm carrying something. There we go. That worked. So it saves so much time. We'd normally have to plant some seeds, launch ourselves up, do all sorts of stuff. So we will plant this wisteria seed here. And then I can use this water balloon. And oops, that's not going to work. Oh, it did. Perfect. Oops, I need to grab the little birdie. Second bird here. Can use this. That is why we planted that one, so we can rise up and fling back up onto the roof and turn in the second one. And then I will stand still here again, for the next respawn storage to fly all the way over to the pool. For whatever reason, the bird is way over here, just swimming alone, unattended in a pool. I guess birds have different rules. So we're gonna grab this third bird, and then thankfully, being in the water doesn't affect anything, so I don't have to make sure that I'm standing or flying. But I gotta hop over here, just fall off the edge. Boom, we're back up to the roof. All right, that completes this quest with Lucas. We found all 3 of his little fledglings, and now we'll chat with him again because he's got a next quest for us where we have the leakage. The hose has a bunch of holes in it, which is why it's not working. So he gives me these little tape bundles, and so I'm gonna throw 3 of them over to this area first. I'll work on that in a second, but I'm gonna drop down and just do this one little leak over here first. So we're gonna see if we can kind of throw it as well, and no look it. Nice. All right, fade away. Perfect. And now I'm gonna go and plant a wisteria in here. Because the thing is leaking, it's just gonna water this automatically, which is super convenient. And then I can plug up that one. Now we're gonna do a trick in this run called grab and go float. So basically, if you're at the pause menu, I had mentioned this at the beginning of the run, if you're at a pause menu or starting the game or something and you're holding down a button, it will just start spamming that button over and over and over again until you stop letting go of it again. So what we do there is we just hold down the grab button on the item. We unpause. It starts spamming the grab, which is grabbing and ungrabbing it tons of times in a row. And then for whatever reason, you know, we can just keep jumping, and it uses a lot less of the stamina bar, and so we can get up way higher than we normally would be able to. I'm gonna just walk into that marble, not intentionally, but we have to run into a marble eventually. The first marble that you run into has a little like cutscene that stops your movement, so we'd have to do that eventually. There is the final one here. We fixed the leak in this hose, and we can go back and go on to the 3rd level here. So I'm going to teleport a couple times to get a little bit closer. Oopsies, wrong way. Got a little lost. And then I'm going to bounce onto this flower, which will give me just enough height to get up onto here. I'm going to get my stamina back a little bit, and then call Mom over. And all we have to do, normally you have to water a bunch of things here, but if you just water this one little area of the tree, it just waters the whole tree. It opens up this portal, which sends us to the final level. So we are there. So I'm gonna go and help. I think it's Layla is her name. Grab a little bag. She dropped her bag down here, a little backpack. Yeah, I see you. I can help this. So I'm gonna grab the bag and bring it up to her. I'm gonna use my mouse for some of these points too. Some of these flowers are really slow when you're using a controller to kind of turn around. I need to talk to her twice here. Don't forget that. I have forgotten that before. And then I am going to plant this pansy right here. And now we're going to do another trick of the game called a wrong warp. So I'm going to teleport home. I'm going to plant this seed. The second I start planting it, I'm going to pause. Now I'm going to teleport back to town center where I was before. And then that's just going to kind of save my location. But it's going to load the other map on top of it. And so now I've unlocked this area that I normally wouldn't be able to, this fast travel point, and saves a ton of time. We skip a ton of different things by being able to do that. So that's a wrong warp. I don't really understand how it works. I try to explain it the best I can, but it's a wrong warp and it works. I press the buttons and it does the thing. Perfect. So we're going to fly over here now. We're just going to unlock another couple areas as well. So you kind of see there's just a lot of adventures we kind of go on with this bird here. So I'm going to get to this point here. I've unlocked a new area, which gets me a little bit closer by using the fast travel point. And then we'll fly over this way. But I was mentioning, yeah, so this game has to be played with controller for many of the tricks that we do or the glitches that we do. However, at least for me on controller, the aiming is really slow and hard to do sometimes. So I actually have my mouse, like I just have my hands on my desk and my mouse right next to me so that I can kind of fling around and, oh, that's not gonna work. Hello. There we go. And kind of navigate the aiming of the flowers a little bit. So sometimes these travel points on the map are a little finicky too, so I'll sometimes use my mouse there. It's not necessary, but it makes it a little bit easier to navigate. So I'm going to drag this plant as far as I can go. This one waters things as well, which is nice. I'm going to grab a dead seed here to then plant it. It's going to automatically be watered by this plant. I'm going to go and just step here to complete that quest. That's all I have to do. Grab onto this one and stretch it as far as possible. We're trying to use as few plants as we need to. So I'm going to be able to stretch it all the way over to these pre-planted ones, and then stretch this one all the way to this plant, waters it, and then I can use it to eject myself here, water the tree, which unlocks the teleport, and boom, we're back. So now I will plant a hibiscus. Oops, there we go. A hibiscus into this one. I'll water it in a little bit, though. I'm going to grab onto, again, some more leeks. We've got some more leeks, so let's go fix the leeks. I'm going to go over onto this railing. We'll do another grab and go float right here. We can get up a little bit higher like that. There we go. Perfect. And I will grab onto this little watering plant again. I can just throw it onto that. It waters it. Perfect. I'm going to drag two of these over here. I'll come back for this one in a little bit. And we're going to go do a couple of the leeks over here. I can chirp again. My little friend will pull back on it and kind of slingshot me, which is really nice. So we'll use that a couple times here. And the leek is right about here. We're going to try to do another fadeaway. Let's go. No look. Perfect. And here's another point where I can use my mouse to kind of aim. It just makes things a little bit easier. There we go. All right. This one stayed here. Perfect. I'll go bring it over here. If you remember, right before the wrong warp. Oh, what? Okay, that was weird. I don't know if my game, like, glitched out there or something, but I couldn't jump. That was strange. Okay. I'll say the thing. This has never happened before in a marathon. But we're good. All right, I can just hop up here. So like I was saying, the right before the wrong warp, I planted this that seed over here, which got watered automatically. So we're just gonna use it to jump up here, and we've got that one figured out. I don't think I've mentioned it before. There's not a lot of times you'll do it, but you saw me bounce onto something. If you bounce onto a plant, it will reset your stamina, which can be really, really nice in some times here. So we've got the last two leeks here. So we're going to take the first one, use my mouse again to kind of get up this way, hop onto this thing, little railing here. I'm going to place it right in this spot here, and I'll come back for that in a little bit. And I'll grab this kind of last one here. Oopsies. See, stamina management. You gotta wait. There we go. Okay, pull back on this. I can fly over here. And I'm gonna hop onto this chair. We're gonna do another grab and go float, of course, to get all the way over here, which we normally would not be able to at all. I will then fly it all the way up here. Again, keeping track of my stamina a little bit. Saw me kind of run out there. No worries. And now what I'm going to do is what I think is the biggest skip with the respawn storage is we're going to fly all the way up here first. I'm going to stand here. This is going to be my respawn storage. That'll be my respawn point. I'm going to fly to this point where I grabbed this. I placed it right there where I needed it to be. I'm going to have a little teleport here. And then thankfully, there's just an edge that you can drop off of. So it's super fast and it gets us all the way up there. Saves us minutes, certainly minutes of effort. And we're gonna get the last little leak right here, and then the game's basically over. So I got all 5 of these, and then basically I just teleport home. I talk with Mom 2 times. The creator... Oh, hello? We're good. I thought it was gonna fall off. Time will end here in a couple seconds. You'll see kind of the developer's name show up here. So time is gonna be in about a couple seconds here. You'll see the green screen come up as well in time. There we go. Whew, okay. It's very, I will say this is a very chill game to play. To speedrun it and to commentate it is very fast paced because there's so many cool tricks that are part of it. But that's the run. That's the game. It's super fast, just kind of jam-packed with with tricks and stuff too. But it's a super chill, cozy game, especially if you're playing it casually, or if you're speedrunning it kind of on its own. You're not trying to talk and explain everything too. So this is Garden Trills. It is truly one of my favorite games to play, to speedrun as well. Again, I did recently learn it. I play a couple other games that another one is a kind of a dog game, or an animal game too. So I'm kind of found myself in a little niche of animal games. But yeah, this is Garden Trills. If you are interested in this game at all, we've got a speedrun.com page up. There is a Discord, a speedrunning Discord for Garden Trills linked on that speedrun.com page as well. Kaishi, the main runner of this game, the world record holder, and the route setter and glitch finder for everything in this game, has set up really good like picture and text and video guides for all of the tricks in the run. It's super quick to learn it with all of that stuff. So if you ever have questions, if you learn this game, you're picking it up, hop in the Discord. One of us, it will be super helpful to kind of help out and get you started in this game too. So yeah, if you're looking for a kind of a quick game, sub 20-minute, world records like sub 14 or 13 minutes game, this might be the one for you. But I also yeah, I sometimes stream on Twitch at pbb8 on Twitch, play this game, All-Oop, a different little Uncharted kind of knockoff game as well called Bad Way, and just have a kind of a fun time over there. But I really appreciate being on this marathon here. It's been a really fun time. Looks like it's been going super well too, so I'm really honored to have been picked to showcase Garden Trills. I love showing this game off as well. But that's really it for me. Yeah, thanks for having me.